And welcome to the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. It is championship day here for Section 4 in the Little League Junior Girls Softball Division here in Lockhart, Texas, as we have the Yoakum All-Stars taking on the Sinton All-Stars here live tonight right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. My name is Emilio Sarge White. Is going to be bringing you all the live play-by-play action. And QAing for us tonight is going to be the one and only Kent Riddle of Kent Riddle Properties, one of our main sponsors of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. He's going to be there to make sure that we sound good and look good for all you Yoakum fans and all you Sinton fans and any other fans that may be watching all around the world. So once again, welcome. And I got a very special guest that's joining us here tonight. Here in the pregame, we got Mr. Eric Mercer, Yoakum.
Yes, sir.
Yoakum, you got a niece that's playing?
Yes, my niece Arian Brown's on the team. You know, she did pretty good the other night.
Oh, you came up with the game-winning hit.
Yes, came in with a game-winning hit, and yeah, proud of her. I'd like to give a shout out real quick to the Yoakum Little League. I'm on the Little League board, so hi to everybody that's watching. According to my wife,
Right.
and my little son Kason, But big shout out to them and encouraging me to do this. Try my hand at this, see how it goes. But yeah, so glad to be out here in the championship game. Yoakum versus Sinton. Sinton took it to us first game, but we played Lockhart. We did the same thing. They beat us. And then we came around, beat them the last two games in the championship.
Yeah,
so.
First time Lockhart played Yoakum, Lockhart run-ruled Yoakum.
Yep.
Second time in the championship series, Yoakum run-ruled Lockhart in the first game.
Oh, yeah.
And then had a very close game to close it out at the end.
That was a nail-biter.
That was a nail-biter, and that was a nail-biter the other night, too, as Yoakum came out strong, took the lead, and held the lead for a while. Then, Calhoun was just one of those teams that kept chipping away until they finally tied the game up. And the top of the seventh, but on the bottom of the seventh, your niece Arian Brown came up with a big hit.
Big hit she's ever had.
Yeah, scored. I believe it was Autumn Gomez. Scored Autumn Gomez from second base all the way home.
Yes, when Calhoun came back and tied us, I was like, oh, man, here we go. Here we go. And then when my niece came up to bat, I was like, please. We were all saying prayers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
And you mentioned in the District 31 championship, Yoakum had to defeat Lockhart twice, and they did so doing that. In convincing fashion in game one and game two, it was a tough one, but Yoakum came out on top.
Yes.
For Yoakum to come out on top of Sinton in tonight's contest, what's some of the things that you saw in the first time they played against each other that might be needed to be corrected or done in order to come out with a victory over Sinton?
Our bats. We need our bats to come alive during that game, stuff like that. And definitely, defense. Mm-hmm. We need to, get the ball, throw it to where it's got to go, and be aware of the running game that they have. Pretty good, solid pitcher.
Yes.
For Sinton. So
Aubrey Martinez.
Yes. She's pretty solid at the mound. So.
Yeah, and Yoakum's no slouch when it comes to pitching either.
No, we got Lily Foyt.
Yeah, Lily Foyt.
She,
I think she struck out 13 the other night.
Yes,
so.
That was a good. I mean, with your commentating, letting us know and all that stuff, it's been great with you, the way you run this show. So everybody hopefully appreciates that, and we appreciate you streaming this league so everybody can see it. You got Sinton, Calhoun, and Yoakum. Plus you got surrounding areas as well.
Yeah.
Watching this game. So
I come out to do this strictly for the kids and the league itself. Also, Lockhart's not. I don't have a dog in the fight. Lockhart's not in it, but I took the opportunity and said, you know what? I said we got people that can't come from Port Lavaca to watch Calhoun play.
Yeah.
We got people from Sinton that can't make it down here to watch the Sinton play. And same thing with Yoakum.
Yeah.
So it's like I got with the Lockhart Little League board members, Josh Hazlett, and told them, hey, can we continue doing this for these three teams that's going to be coming down here?
Yes, thank you to Lockhart Little League, for allowing this and stuff like that. So, said we've hosted in Yoakum, we hosted the coach pitch, and unfortunately, we hosted the coach pitch All-Stars, and unfortunately, we couldn't have any streaming, but if we were approached, then maybe we could have. But, yeah, I mean, it's a blessing to have streaming.
It's just one of those things. Paperwork had to be filled out, and you'll do it correctly the right way because, of course, you don't want to come out here and do it illegally. Then, and then, Lockhart Little League could have gotten in trouble or something like that. But, big shout out to them for helping everything get set up, not just for the district championship in District 31, but for the sectional tournament as well, too.
Yes, definitely. They're hosting. They've been great. Everything's been ready. no issues whatsoever with them hosting. So it's been a great season.
Yeah, especially with Calhoun coming from Port Lavaca and Sinton even further than Yoakum, it's almost like, well, why couldn't we just get the triangle and play right there in the middle?
That's what everybody said. But, these hostings are decided, months in advance before all this happens. So
before anybody knows who's going to be advancing to that round.
So you just never know where you're going to play, when you're going to play, And, we got this weather coming up. We won't discuss it a lot. But, we got to worry about that, too. So
yeah, as opposed to during the district tournament, we had issues with the rain and, luckily today is going to be great weather. It's a little muggy. It's not as much breeze as it was the last couple of nights for the last couple of games. But,
playing at 7 helps,
Yeah.
So,
it does. It does.
It definitely.
Now, y'all were here on Wednesday night when y'all got an opportunity to win to get to this game tonight. And then we had the fireworks show at the end. Did y'all stick around for the fireworks show?
We did. It wasn't originally planned, but we decided to, since we're here, might as well enjoy a fireworks show. And it was great. And, they did great. We sat out here in the parking lot of the Little League field. And, all of us, there was a bunch of, Yoakum uniforms and Yoakum parents as well. We all sat out together and enjoyed it, We, being in Yoakum, we normally head to Quero or Shiner.
Right.
But it was nice to enjoy a different show. The music, the parachutes, and all that stuff, that was great, so we had a blast.
Oh, yeah, and a lot of these young ladies that are playing for both teams are going to be moving on to the high school level next year.
Yes.
Talk about some of these young ladies that are on here now that will be advancing up.
Sure. We got, our pitcher, Lily Foyt. She's going to be a freshman next year. She'll be definitely a threat on the mound. Her sisters have gone through them as well, so, she's got older sisters. They're here today. And
so it runs in the blood in the circle.
It does run in the blood, The mom, did great. When I went to school with the mom, she, if I can remember correctly, she played. And then, of course, the dad's the one that coaches them. He's actually out there on the field. He's one of the coaches, plus Jonathan Rogers and Nathan Winsky.
Yes.
They're all out there, and they've got kids in the fight right now, so they've coached them and stuff like that. So, and then we got, of course, not going to be biased, but my niece, Arian Brown.
Right.
She's good at first. She's been having some bombs lately.
Yeah.
And some people don't know this, but she is also a pitcher. So she's great, She's got some great changes, sliders, fastball, slow balls, everything.
She's like one of those break in case of emergency.
Yes. And say, if we see her tonight, it'd be great, but Lily's been doing a great job. So, I don't know if they'll take her out. Man, Grace Nevlude behind the plate. She has been solid back there. I always compliment her after every game.
Yeah.
And so that she is just, a wall back there. And her throwdowns are amazing, And she really wasn't a catcher to begin with. They just moved her in that spot,
That's an athlete right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one of my faves, Miley Husted. She's a little firecracker.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna come around tonight. I have a great feeling about her. Plus, she's my son's good friend, if you know me. And I'm trying to think who else we got. Oh, Emerson Winsky, great athlete.
Left fielder.
Left fielder.
Yeah.
She's she's an all-around athlete. She's a great lady. Good with the kids. I'm not gonna lie. Any kid, like she see kids out there, they're always playing with her, stuff like that. Let's see. Gomez.
Autumn Gomez.
Autumn Gomez. Yeah.
The first baseman.
Yes.
Or second baseman.
Second baseman. She's been pretty solid at second. I'm not familiar. Let me see. Here we go. Joy's been a great hitter. I've seen her run. Like I think if I'm correct, she made that Little League home run.
Yeah, against Lockhart. Yes. She sure did.
Yes, she did busted. And then we got Lexi Herrera. Don't know her that well, but she's been great. I've been watching these girls since the beginning, since they started softball.
Yes.
For the junior league, and they definitely come together an all-star team. They've been great, especially after Lockhart, beating 10-run rule on them, and then they coming back and just get all through the tournament. This team has come together. Of course, the coaches give compliments to the coaches.
Yeah.
Is it Alyssa?
Alyssa Dominguez?
Dominguez, yes. Another great short. Fast as well. Trying to think who we got in the dugout.
You got Star Blasky, Miley Husted, and Macy Rogers.
Yes, Macy, the head coach's daughter. I've known her since she was little and stuff like that. And so she's a great softball player. She also pitches as well. Not sure if we'll see her this tournament, but you never know. Also, Miley Husted pitches, and who was the other girl in the dugout? Sorry. Miley Husted, of course.
Miley Husted.
I talked to her
and
about
Star Blasky.
Star is definitely a good player. She rallies them up and stuff like that when needed.
Hey, we got a shout out up here from Brandy Harrington. Says, "Go Yoakum! I hear a familiar voice. Thank y'all for broadcasting."
That is my sister.
We love our number 9, Arian Brown.
That's my sister-in-law.
All right.
My wife's sister. Shout out to y'all.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for tuning in and watching on our Facebook page. And, of course, we got our YouTube channel going up, too. And I'll be switching back and forth to get the shout-outs from both sides. But I do want to thank y'all for tuning in. We're probably about 4 minutes away from first pitch. We do have the umpires and the head coaches of both squads at home plate. And here joined with Eric Mercer. And, Eric, we mentioned Yoakum has to win twice.
Yes.
How important is to have these young ladies focus on just for today only and not tomorrow, not to think about moving on for tomorrow?
I was talking to my niece, Arian, and I told her how, we got to do this one game at a time. And, I texted her. She came over last night. And, of course, it was 4th of July, so we did some hot dogs and stuff like that, went swimming and stuff like that. So we had a blast. And just told her, I was like, hey, one day at a time. That's all we can do.
Yeah.
Y'all did it to Lockhart. Let's do it again tonight,
And you had to throw Lockhart in there like that.
Yes, I'm sorry.
No,
hey, we love you guys.
Fun and games. All fun and games.
Lockhart, we love you guys. It is all fun and games.
Hey, representing District 31.
Yes. So you got to represent.
All right. So before we get to the first pitch, anything you would like to say? Because I know you want to go out there and watch your niece out there and support the Yoakum Lady All-Stars. Yeah. But any final words you would like to say to the folks of Yoakum?
Yes. Thank you for all you guys streaming in and stuff like that. So we appreciate it. Good luck to both teams. Let's pray that everybody plays, no injuries.
Right, exactly.
That's a big deal. And good luck.
And that everybody has a lot of fun. Those not just in the field, but in the stands. And those of you that are watching right here on the Facebook channel or YouTube channel.
Yes, and send this link out to everybody, guys. Let's get some views. Let's get them low. I don't know where we're at right now, but let's get them going.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thank you, Sarge, for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, no problem. Thank you very much for coming on. And once again, that was Eric Mercer, part of the Yoakum Little League board member. All right, a couple of shout-outs we got. Roger King, thanks, guys, for doing this. You're very welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Becky Martinez, Gold Nayeli, showing love from Goliad, Texas. Go Yoakum, beat Sinton. Tamara Rogers, she says, let's go Macy. Macy Rogers, number 6. And Mandy Mercer chiming in. Good luck, Yoakum. We love you, Arian Brown. Becky Martinez, Nayeli Waldron, borrowed from Cuero. Let me switch over to the YouTube page, to the YouTube channel. And we got Gracie Tejerina watching my granddaughter, Natalie, from Sinton, Texas. Thank you for tuning in. Amanda Rodriguez, shout out to number 13, Natalie Tejerina. She had the fantastic diving catch in game 1 of this tournament. R.J. Lackey, hello, Moto. And R.J. Lackey, shout out to Hazlets. That's all on our YouTube page, YouTube channel. If you know somebody that is not here, send them the link. Shoot them the link. Give them an opportunity to come and watch this game for free. Championship game between Yoakum and Sinton. Yoakum is the home team for tonight's contest. And this is how it goes. With the 6-5 victory against Calhoun, Yoakum advanced to the championship game here tonight. Coming from the loser's bracket, so that means Sinton is in the championship game in the winner's bracket. They are sporting a 2-0 record, while Yoakum is 1-1. And since this is a double elimination contest, Yoakum would have to win tonight to push this to a final elimination game tomorrow night right here in Lockhart, Texas, at the Lockhart Little League Sporting Complex, which will take place at 7 p.m. And should there be a game tomorrow night, Lions Pride Sports Broadcast will be here to broadcast that game in its entirety as well. So nobody will have to miss out on the championship game. But tonight, if Sinton comes out victorious, there won't be no Saturday game. Sinton will be the Section 4 champions, and they will move on to the next round, which I believe is going to be in Waco, if I'm correct. But hopefully before the night's over with, I'll get that accurate, make sure I get the accurate information out there as we get there. So the meeting is over with in between the coaches and the umpires. And before we get to go around the horn with Yoakum, who taking the field, got a word from the great Bambino himself.
Hurry up, batter. It's going to be a short game, and I got to get home for lunch.
And we are back. Let's take you around the horn with the Yoakum All-Stars. Behind the plate, number 7, Grace Nevlin. At first base, Ariane Brown, number 10. At second base, number 1, Autumn Gomez. At shortstop, number 10, Alyssa Dominguez. At third base, number 23, Nayeli Waldron. At left field, number 11, Emerson Winsky. In center field, Joy Whitehead. In right field, number 22, Lexi Herrera. And in the circle, the ace for the Yoakum All-Stars, number 3, Lily Foyt. Lily Foyt had 13 strikeouts on Wednesday night in the victory against Calhoun. And we'll take you around the horn with Sinton when they take the field. But it's going to be a great pitching battle between Lily Foyt and Aubrey Martinez of Sinton. And the throw down to second lets you know it's time to play some softball. And leading things off for Sinton All-Stars going to be number 11, Madison Martinez, followed up by number 27, Avella Carranza. And batting third, number 8, Tiana Salone. And should we get to the fourth batter here in the top half of the first inning, we'll see Aubrey Martinez, number 9. But right now, once again, Madison Martinez digging in the batter's box, and we are underway. And that's going to be called right down the middle for strike 1. So 0-1 count to start this championship game off. Lily Foyt with the delivery. That one's going to be swung on and hit into center field. And that one's going to be caught by the center fielder, Joy Whitehead, for out number 1. And that's going to bring up number 27, Avella Carranza. Ball was hit straight to center field, and a great job by Joy Whitehead. And the 1-0. The first pitch to Carranza is going to be up and away for ball 1. That one's going to be swung on and hit towards the right side, and giving chase will be Lexi Herrera for out number 2. Here at the top of the first inning, 2 away. And that's going to bring up the catcher, number 8, Tiana Salone. And the first pitch to Salone will be right down the middle for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch going to be swung on and popped up towards the right side to Lexi Herrera, and she'll make the squeeze for out number 3. So back-to-back pop-outs to the right fielder, Lexi Herrera. And Sinton All-Stars go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the first inning. As we head to the bottom of the first, we will see Ariane Brown, Emerson Winsky, and Lily Foyt, the first 3 batters to come up to the plate. But right now, let's take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more action right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. And we are back with a couple of shout-outs before we take you around the horn with the Sinton All-Stars. Alicia Eggenmeyer, good luck, Yoakum. Let's go, Emerson. Jesse Cuellar, let's go, Yoakum. Lanny Gonzalez, goal number 9. Rick Maldonado, let's go, Nayeli. Number 23, go, Yoakum. T says, good luck, both teams. Let's go, T-Baby Sinton. Rick Maldonado, that's my niece, Nayeli. Go, Pee-wee. All right, let's take you around the horn with the Sinton All-Stars. Behind the plate is going to be number 8, Tiana Salone at first base. Number 10, Elena Delgado. At second base, number 27, Nevaeh Carranza. At shortstop, number 11, Madison Martinez. At third base, number 3, Jada Castro. In left field, number 3, Briley Chapa. Center field, number 13, Natalia Tijerina. And in right field, number 45, Delilah Chapa. And once again, inside the circle for Sinton, number 9, Aubrey Martinez. And Aubrey Martinez was lights out in Game 1 versus Calhoun and had herself a fantastic night again against Yoakum. So we got some great pitchers going up against each other tonight. And Aubrey Martinez for Sinton and Lily Foyt for Yoakum. As for the Yoakum All-Stars, once again, we'll see number 9, Arian Brown, who had the game-winning hit on Wednesday night to send Yoakum to the championship round. Batting first. Batting second, number 11, Emerson Winsky. And batting third, number 3, Lily Foyt. And should we get to the fourth hitter here in the bottom of the first inning, we'll see number 22, Lexi Herrera, the right fielder who came up with 2 great catches in the outfield to end the top half of the first inning. And we got shout out on the YouTube channel, The Survivor. Let's go, Sinton. Shout out to my niece, Aubrey. And R.J. Lackey, shout out Hazlet Waterwellan. And I do ask whether you're posting comments on Facebook or on our YouTube channel. Please keep them PG. I had to delete someone the other night who got a little bit too riled up. Remember, this is for the kids of Little League, the junior girls division. And they do go back and watch this. And sure would hate to see something negative on the comment section. And I thank you very much. As we get set, Arian Brown to lead things off for the Yoakum All-Stars here in the bottom of the first inning. Martinez with the delivery, and she'll miss high for ball 1. And once again, Emerson Winsky in the on-deck circle. And that one's going to miss low and inside for ball 2. 2-0 the count. And once again, do want to give a big shout out to Josh Hazlett, tournament director for today's sectional. And a pop up towards the right side, and that one's going to fall fair in and out of the glove of Nevaeh Carranza. So that'll be an error as Brown will reach first base. That'll bring up Emerson Winsky, the left fielder. Scoring around the show bunt, pulls back on her way to second is Brown, and she will be thrown out at second base. Great throw by Salone. What an 0 count. Big swing and a miss for strike 1. The 1-1 pitch going to be up and out of the strike zone for ball 2. 2-1 to count. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike to Winsky. And that's going to be low for ball 3. Three 1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And that's going to make the count full. 3-2 to Emerson Winsky. And that one's going to be called strike 3 right down the middle for out number 2. And strikeout number 1 for Aubrey. And that's going to bring up number 3, Lily Foyt, to the batter's box. Victoria Potter on Facebook says, let's go Sinton. We love you girls. Watching from Sinton, Texas. And swinging at the first pitch she sees, and she'll foul it out of play for strike 1. So Lily Foyt, we'll be looking at a 0-1 count. And Victoria Potter, way to go, T-Baby. On a great throw down to second to catch. Arian Brown stealing. That one's going to be low and outside for ball 1. 1-1 to count. Great job by Lily Foyt to hold her check swing. They'll go down to first for an opinion, and the first base umpire says she did not go, so she's safe. So that'll make the count 2 balls and 1 strike. And Jeremy Lozano, watching on Facebook, says, let's go Sinton, watching from San Antonio, Texas. That one's going to be swung on and fouled back to the backstop. I'll be visiting San Antonio myself on August 16th to the Alamo Dome, as I'll be going to go see Def Leppard and Journey in concert. Looking forward to that. But right now it is 3-2 to Lily Foyt. And Martinez with the delivery. And able to hold her check swing. That'll make it full count right there. So full count to Lily Foyt now. That's going to be high and out of the strike zone for ball 4. And that'll put Lily Foyt at first base with a walk. Well, Sinton All-Stars is coached by manager Gloria Mejias. Yoakum is coached by manager Jonathan Rogers and coaches Nathan Winsky and Scott Floyd. Lexi Herrera, the right fielder, stepping into the batter's box with 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. Up and away, on our way to second. The throw will not be in time on a delayed steal. As Lily Foyt will get a stolen base. Well, Lexi Herrera will be looking at a 1-0 count. Swung on and fouled back to the backstop for strike 2. Count is 1-1 to Lexi Herrera. Alyssa Dominguez in the on-deck circle for Sinton. For Yoakum, excuse me. 1-1 pitch won't miss outside for ball 2. Adriana Barrera Bridges says, let's go, Yoakum. That one's going to be swung on and fouled out of play for strike 2. And over on YouTube, Margaret Jones says, let's go, Yoakum. Love our Cuero players. Go, Nayeli, Joy, and Lexi. So count is even with lucky twos on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Lily Foyt at second base for Yoakum. Herrera at the plate. Chopper right back up the middle to Martinez over to first base, where Delgado will make the catch for out number 3. So 1-3 to end the inning. After 1 inning of play, it is scoreless. Yoakum 0, Sinton 0. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more action right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. All right, and we were back for the top half of the second inning as we are scoreless after 1 inning of play. Yoakum will come up, or Sinton will be coming up to bat for their second time. And we will see Aubrey Martinez, Natalia Tejerina, and Jada Castro, the first 3 batters, come up to the plate. And should we get to the 4th hitter here in the top of the second inning, we'll see Elena Delgado. But right now, Aubrey Martinez in the batter's box, Lily Foyt in the circle. And that first pitch is going to miss low for ball 1. One old pitch, big swing and a miss for strike 1. So count is 1-1 to Aubrey Martinez. And that's going to catch that outside corner for strike 2. Shout out from our YouTube page, Stephanie Obelgoner. Hopefully I said it correctly. If not, my apologies. Good luck, Yoakum. Shout out to Joy Whitehead, the center fielder, number 21. And that one's going to get away from the catcher. That'll make the count 2 balls and 2 strikes, even things up. 2-2 pitch on the way from Foyt. It's going to miss low. That'll make the count full to Aubrey Martinez. And Peter Vasquez, Popo, and Haley J rooting for Kat Galvan from their home in Sinton. Let's go, girls. Swinging away at that one. Fouls it back to the backstop. Count will still remain full. And Kat Galvan is number 14, Katarina Galvan. Should we get to the number 5 hitter, she'll be coming up to bat. So 3-2 pitch on the way. That's going to be swung on, and that's going to be fouled out of play. And the count will still remain full. And remind everybody at the end of the broadcast, or at the end of the game, we will have your play of the game. So stick around and we'll have that. And strike 3 call on the outside. And that's going to be the first strikeout for Lily Foyt tonight. And that'll bring out number 13, Natalie Tejerina. And speaking of play of the game, she had the play of the game for game 1 versus Calhoun. And she made a diving catch in the bottom of the first inning in right center field. She'll see the first pitch outside for ball 1. Big swing and a miss for strike 1. And on our YouTube page, YouTube channel, Mary Maldonado, go Yoakum. Good luck, Nayeli from Grammy and Grampy in San Antonio. And that will hit that inside corner for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Sinton at the plate. Natalie Tejerina, the center fielder, number 13. Her first plate appearance here tonight. That's going to get away from Foyt, up and away in the strike zone. That's going to even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that will find its way to the backstop for ball 3. That'll make the count full, 3-2. Tejerina at the plate. Foyt with the delivery. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. And Foyt will start the top half of the second with back-to-back strikeouts. As we will see number 7, Jada Castro, the third baseman. She'll be up to bat next with Elena Delgado in the on-deck circle. And Castro will step out of the batter's box before she gets back in. And the first pitch is up and out of the strike zone for ball 1. A 1-0 pitch on the way. That's going to be swung on. Ground ball hit towards the second baseman, Autumn Gomez, over to first base. And Brown unable to hang on to it, as Castro will reach base on an error. And that'll bring up number 10, Elena Delgado, the first baseman, up to the bat. And that'll put Catarina Galvan in the on-deck circle with 2 outs here at the top of the first inning. Swing and a miss for strike 1. The throw down to second. And not in time on a great slide by Castro. The count's going to be 0-1 as that one was a strike. Once again, 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And that rise ball has been her go-to pitch for Lily Foyt. Ahead in the count, 0-2. And that'll hit that outside corner for strike 3. And that'll be the third strikeout for Lily Ford. All three of them coming here in the top of the second inning. After 1.5 innings of play, score still remains Sinton 0, Yoakum 0. We're going to take a quick timeout. And when we come back, we will see Alyssa Dominguez, Grace Nevlin, and Autumn Gomez coming up to the plate for Yoakum. But right now, we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back with some more action right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. And we are back for the start of the bottom of the second inning, where they're still scoreless after 1.5 innings of play. Yoakum 0, Sinton 0. As Yoakum will be coming up to bat for the first time, as they are the home team for tonight's championship series. Of course, it could be a one-game series. Should Sinton win tonight, they will be the Section 4 champions and moving on to the next round. And should Yoakum win tonight, we will be back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for the championship elimination game. But right now, we got Alyssa Dominguez in the batter's box. Aubrey Martinez in the circle, has one strikeout so far tonight. Squad around a show bunt, bunts it back to the backstop for strike one. Make the count 0-1. Caitlin Marrero watching on Facebook, watching for her niece from Georgia. Let's go, Yoakum. And bunting right through that one for strike two. Sabrina Vasquez, let's go, Catarina. Your family is watching, and we love you. Let's go, Sinton. Thank everybody for tuning in, whether you're watching on our Facebook page or on our YouTube channel. Share the link to all you Sinton fans out there and you Yoakum fans that can't make it tonight. To Lockhart. Big swing and a miss for strike three. And strikeout number 2 for Aubrey Martinez. It's been my absolute pleasure to be able to bring all the live action for all you fans that couldn't make it to Lockhart, Texas for the sectional tournament. Gina Hernandez Salinas says, let's go Sinton, watching on Facebook. Well, the first pitch to Grace Nevlin is going to be outside for ball one. And the 1-0 pitch will be in there for strike one. 1-1 the count to Nevlin, the catcher for Yoakum. That one's going to be popped up and out of play for strike two. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Grace Nevlin. While the second baseman, number 1, Autumn Gomez, is in the on-deck circle for Yoakum. And you're very welcome, Victoria Para. Thank you for tuning in. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, hit towards left field. Left fielder coming in, and she'll make the squeeze for out number 2. As Briley Chapa comes up with the big catch in left field. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. And that's going to bring up Autumn Gomez up to the plate, the second baseman. Big swing and a miss for strike 1. Once again, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Ground ball hit towards the second baseman. Carranza up throwing to Delgado over at first, and that's going to do it. The Yoakum All-Stars go down in order, 1, 2, 3. And after 2 innings of play, we still remain scoreless. Sinton 0, Yoakum 0. When we come back for the top half of the third inning, we will see Catarina Galvan, Briley Chapa, and Delilah Edison, the first 3 to come up to bat for Sinton. But right now, we're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with more action right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. And we are back for the top half of the third inning as Sinton will have their third crack at the bat. And real quick, got a shout out on our YouTube channel. Lisa Hancock, go Grace from her Aunt Lisa, watching. Go Yoakum. And once again, leading off for Sinton's going to be number 14, Catarina Galvan. This will be her first plate appearance, and she'll take a hack at that one and fouls it off towards the right side for strike 1. So the 0-1 to Galvan. Off the end of the bat towards the second baseman. Gomez over to first and in time. 4-3 for out number 1. That's going to bring up Briley Chapa, the left fielder. Made a great catch back in the bottom half of the second inning. And Chapa, the left fielder, will dig into the batter's box. Lisa Foyt still in the circle for Yoakum. That one's going to miss just outside for ball 1. And got a little clarification. The winner of this sectional 4 tournament, whether it's Yoakum or Sinton, will be moving on to playing the state tournament in El Campo. That's going to be outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Chapa. And Foyt catching that outside corner for strike 1. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one pitch on the way. That's going to miss outside for ball 3. Three-one pitch on the way. And that's going to catch just enough of the strike zone. For strike 2, that's going to make the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And nothing fancy about that fastball right down the middle. It's going to be fouled off by Chapa. And number 45 and the right fielder, Delilah Edison, is in the on-deck circle. And should we get to the number 4 hitter, we'll see number 30, Sadie Garcia. 3-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And strikeout number 4 for Lily Foyt. And that'll make it 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. And Delilah Edison digging into the batter's box, the right fielder. The number 10 hitter for Sinton. She'll swing at that one right through the legs of Gomez and into right field. And Edison will reach first on an error. And that's going to bring up Sadie Garcia, number 30. The number 11 hitter in the lineup for Sinton. And that'll put number 60, Jalen Gay, in the on-deck circle. And the first pitch to Garcia is going to be low and inside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch will miss up and away for ball 2. Count is 2-0 to Garcia. Swing and a miss for strike 1. So this count is 2-1 to Garcia. Lily Foyt with 4 strikeouts so far. Missing low, the snap throw down to first. And Edison will make her way to second on the throw down to first. And the 2-1 pitch was called ball 3. So the count is 3-1 to Garcia. And that one's going to be called right down the middle for strike 2, making the count full. Edison reached on an error and then just stole second base where she's at now. Count is 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. And that's going to be up and out of the strike zone for ball 4. Umpire said it was full count. I guess it's full count now. All right, so here we go again, 3-2. And that's going to miss outside for ball 4. And that'll put Sadie Garcia at first base. Edison at second. 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. Jalen Gay at the plate, number 60. the number 12 hitter in the lineup for Sinton All-Stars. Squared around the show bunt. Drops it down in front of the plate. Coming up, throwing over to first base is Nevlin. And Yoakum gets out of the inning without giving up a run. After 2.5 innings of play, it is still scoreless. Sinton 0, Yoakum 0. We're going to take a quick timeout. And when we come back, we will see Joy Whitehead, Macy Rogers, and Nayeli Waldron, the first three to come out to bat for Yoakum. But we'll be right back with more action right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. And we are back for the bottom half of the third inning as Joy Whitehead will lead things off for Yoakum. As a center fielder will come out to bat for the first time. Then she'll be followed up by Macy Rogers in the on-deck circle. And in the hole, number 23, Nayeli Waldron. And should we get to the fourth hitter here in the bottom of the third inning, we will see number 5, Miley Houston. But right now, Joy Whitehead in the batter's box. Thought about taking a little slap at that one. That one's going to be up and out of the strike zone for ball one. Taking a swing at that one over towards the right side. And making the catch for out number 1 is going to be Nevaeh Carranza. And that's going to bring up number 6, Macy Rogers. Got a couple of shout-outs on our Facebook page from Valerie Pross. Good luck, Yoakum. Kevin and Nana, love you, Lexi. And Brandy Harrington, keep holding them, Yoakum. As we have Macy Rogers coming up to the plate. Aubrey Martinez still in the circle for Sinton. Throwing a first pitch strike to Rogers. Catching it outside corner. 0-1 pitch on the waist. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. And strikeout number 3 for Aubrey Martinez. And Gabriel Hernandez had said, start that fuego, Joy Whitehead, who's the leadoff batter. And then they're popping up towards the second baseman. Right now, Nayeli Waldron, the third baseman for the Yoakum All-Stars, will dig into the batter's box. That's going to miss up and away for ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1-1 to count. And 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. Miley Houston in the on-deck circle. That's going to be up and away for ball two. 2-1 to count. Do want to thank Eric Mercer, board member of Yoakum Little League, joining me here in the pregame show. A swing and a miss for strike two. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike three. Back-to-back strikeouts will end the inning for Yoakum. So after 3 innings of play, it is still scoreless here in the championship series between Yoakum and Sinton. Both teams tied at 0 as we go to the top of the 4th inning. We will see the leadoff batter for Sinton, Madison Martinez, Nevaeh Carranza, and Tiana Salone, the first 3 to come up to bat. But right now, we'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with more action right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. And we are back for the top half of the 4th inning as Madison Martinez at the plate looking at a 2-0 count. That one's going to be up and out of the strike zone for ball 3. Yeah, we'll see Madison Martinez, Nevaeh Carranza, and Tiana Salone. First 3 batters coming up to bat. Madison is 0 for 1 tonight. Flew out to the center fielder to start the game off. And here she is looking at a 3-0 count. And right on the outside corner for strike 1. And that's going to be ball 4, and the leadoff batter here in the top of the 4th inning will reach first base. And that's going to bring out number 27, Nevaeh Carranza. She's 0 for 1 tonight. She popped out to the right fielder, Lexi Herrera. It's going to be right down the middle, throw down to second, and sliding in safely will be Martinez. She'll get credited with the stolen base. And Carranza is going to be looking at an 0-1 count. And that's going to hit that outside corner for strike 2. 0-2 count to Carranza. Swinging with that one, fouling it out of play. Count will still remain 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch on the way from Foyt. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And Foyt will pick up her 5th strikeout on the night. That's going to bring up Tiana Salone, the catcher for Sinton. She is 0 for 1 tonight. Popped out to the right fielder, Lexi Herrera, to end the first inning, or the top of the first inning. And here she is for her second plate appearance. That first pitch to Tiana is going to be low for ball 1. And that one will be right down the middle for strike 1. 1-1 to count. The pitcher for Sinton, Aubrey Martinez, is in the on-deck circle. Should we get to her? That's going to be up and out of the strike zone for ball 2. As Madison Martinez is at second base. Tiana Salone at the plate, looking at a 2-1 count. Aubrey Martinez in the on-deck circle. And 1 out here in the top of the 4th. A 2-1 pitch on the way from Foyt. Will miss low and in the dirt for ball 3. That's going to miss low for ball 4. And that'll put Salone at first base. And that'll bring up Aubrey Martinez up to the plate. So with 1 out, Sinton has 2 runners on the base pads. Aubrey Martinez at the plate, looking at the first pitch for strike 1. Madison Martinez at second. Tiana Salone at first. As we get back to action, 0-1 to Aubrey Martinez. She'll swing at that one right back to the pitcher over to first base and in time for out number 2. Great job by Lily Foyt. Runners will advance. That ought to put Madison Martinez at third base, Tiana Salone at second. Natalie Tejerina, the center fielder, she's 0 for 1 tonight. That one's going to be low and inside for ball 1. And right back up the middle for the first hit of the night for Sinton will score. Madison Martinez from third and Tiana Salone from second. And Sinton takes an early 2-0 lead here in the top of the 4th inning with 2 outs as Natalie Tejerina Sends a 2 RBI double to center field. Or 2 RBI single, excuse me. And that'll bring out number 7, Jada Castro. She pops it up behind the catcher for strike 1. Castro looking for a first official at bat. Reached on an error back in the second inning. Victoria Parra says, yes, way to go, Natalie. Coming in the clutch. And Castro looking at an 0-1 count now. And fouls that one back to the backstop for strike 2. And Lily Foyt finds herself ahead in the count, 0-2, with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. The 0-2 missing outside for ball 1. The 1-2 hit right back towards the shortstop, and a great catch by Alyssa Dominguez to end the top half of the 4th inning. So that'll do it for the top of the 4th inning, but not before Sinton puts 2 runs across the plate and now lead after 3.5 innings of play. Sinton 2, Yoakum 0. When we come back, we will have Miley Husted, Star Blasky, and back to the top of the lineup with Arian Brown. The first 3 to come up to bat, but right now, let's take a quick timeout and we'll be right back with some more action right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. And we are back for the bottom half of the 4th inning, and we will see Miley Houston stepping into the batter's box. She'll look at the first pitch up and out of the strike zone for ball 1. And a couple of more shout-outs from our YouTube channel. Bianca Estrada, way to go, Sinton. Amanda Rodriguez, way to go, Natalie. That's going to miss outside for ball 2 as Aubrey Martinez is still in the circle for Sinton. T said, nice hit, Nat. Amanda Rodriguez, that's my sister. And Gracie Tejerina says, way to go, Sinton. Great job, Natalie. And the 2-0 pitch will be right in the middle, right down the middle for strike 1. Margaret Jones says, let's go, Yoakum. This is all on our YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in and watching tonight's broadcast of the Section 4 Championship Series. That's going to be up and out of the strike zone for ball 3. 3-1 the count to the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Miley Houston, number 5. And that's going to miss out of the strike zone for ball 4, and the leadoff batter will reach first base on a walk. And that's going to bring up number 14, Star Blasky, up to the plate. The number 12 hitter for Yoakum. And once again, Miley Houston at first base with a leadoff walk, swinging a miss for strike 1. Aubrey Martinez has thrown 4 strikeouts so far. That's going to miss for ball 1. 1-1 the count. And her counterpart, Lily Foyt, with 5 strikeouts. Swing and a miss for strike 2. That Star Blasky swung right through that one. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And Aubrey Martinez picks up her fifth strikeout of the night. Her 5th strikeout. And that takes us back to the top of the lineup, number 9, Arian Brown. Reached first on an error to start the game off, and then was caught stealing at second. She'll let that one go, as that one was out of the strike zone for ball 1. That's going to miss for strike 2. The Yoakum runners are staying at bay, as Tiana Salone has a rifle of an arm. Already threw out one Yoakum runner trying to steal a bag. And that's going to miss out of the strike zone for ball 3. 3-0 to count to Arian Brown. As Aaron Brown heads over to third base, we'll talk with the manager, Jonathan Rhodes. Brandy Harrington says, let's go number 9. And she is looking at a 3-0 count. She'll let that one go for ball 4. And that'll put 2 runners on the base pads for Yoakum. Miley Houston at second base, who also walked to lead the inning off, and Arian Brown at first base. And that'll bring up Emerson Winsky. She's 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout back in the bottom half of the first inning. And 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. And Aubrey Martinez will start with a big swing and a miss for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. That's going to miss low and inside for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Yeah, swing and a miss for strike 2. And it is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Winsky. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. And that'll be the second strikeout of the inning. And strikeout number 6 for Aubrey Martinez. And there's 2 outs here in the bottom of this 4th inning as Lily Foyt comes up to bat. She walked her first plate appearance, so she's looking for her first official at-bat. She did get a stolen base, but was left stranded at second. Back in the first inning, looks at the first pitch out of the strike zone for ball 1. One 1-0 pitch on the way, and that's going to catch just enough of that inside corner for strike 1. 1-1 the count to Foyt. And Barbara Ward says, great catch by Alyssa Dominguez. That's going to miss for ball 2 to Foyt. And Sylvia Rosales, Mama Love You, Miley, number 5. Good luck, girls. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 2. That's going to even up the count and put lucky 2s on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on the base pads. And that one just missing on the inside for ball 3. And we'll be looking at the payoff pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Houston at second base, Brown at first. Swinging away, fouling it back to the backstop, foul. And count will remain full. A pitcher versus pitcher battle. Aubrey Martinez in the circle. Lily Foyt in the batter's box. Line drive hit towards right field. Is going to bounce off of the right fielder. Coming around third on her way home is Houston, and she'll score easily. And coming home will be Brown for the second run of the inning, and Lily Foyt will slide in safely at third base. She will get a double and get to third base on the throw home. And this game is all tied up just like that. Sinton 2, Yoakum 2. And that's going to bring up Lexi Herrera up to the plate. She's 0 for 1 tonight. And that one's going to miss inside for ball 1. As the go-ahead run is at third base. And that go-ahead run is named Lily Foyt. Fouling that one back to the backstop is Herrera. She's looking at a count 1-1 now. She's 0 for 1 tonight. Now, Alyssa Dominguez in the on-deck circle, the shortstop for Yoakum. That one's going to miss up and out of the strike zone for ball 2, 2-1 to count. And trying to bunt that one down. That's going to be bunted foul for strike 2. That'll even up the count and put lucky 2s on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. That's going to miss low for ball 3, and my apologies. The Yoakum manager is Jonathan Rogers, not Rhodes. My apologies. Thank you for the correction. The count is full once again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third base. And that's going to be catching that inside corner for strike 3. And that will end the inning as Aubrey Martinez picks up strikeout number 7. But not before the Yoakum All-Stars come right back with a 2-out, 2 RBI double by Lily Foyt to tie this game up. So after 4 innings of play, it is Sinton 2, Yoakum 2. When we come back for the top of the 5th inning, we will see Elena Delgado, Catarina Galvan, and Briley Chapa to come up to bat. Right now, we'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with more action right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. And we are back for the top half of the fifth inning as Yoakum ties this thing up in the bottom of the fourth. As we are tied up at 2 apiece. Heading into the top of the fifth inning, we'll see Elena Delgado, number 10, digging into the batter's box. She's 0 for 1 tonight. She'll look at the first pitch, low for ball 1. Katarina Galvan in the on-deck circle. And Briley Champa in the hole. The 1-0 pitch going to be up and out of the strike zone for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Rick Maldonado on our YouTube channel says, way to go, Yoakum. Great job, girls. Sylvia Rosales, way to go, Miley, number 5. And that's going to be high and out of the strike zone for ball 3. 3-0 the count. 3 straight balls to start the inning off to Elena Delgado. The 3-0 pitch on the way. And that one's going to miss for ball 4. And the leadoff batter reaches bases on a 4-pitch walk. And that's going to bring up Katarina Galvan. She grounded out to the second baseman. Back in the third inning. She's 0 for 1 tonight. She digs into the batter's box with Sinton runner at first base. And nobody out. This one's going to be fouled out of play for strike 1. A big shout out to our QA guy, Mr. Kenton Riddle. Big supporter of Lockhart Lions Sports and the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Also our QA for every broadcast, making sure that we sound good and look good for all you Yoakum fans and all you Sinton fans that may be watching all around the world tonight. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. And Galvan finds herself in a hole, 0-2. Nobody out here in the top of the fifth inning. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. And Lily Foyt picks up her 6th strikeout of the night. And that's going to bring up Briley Choppa up to the plate. She's 0 for 1 tonight. Throw down the first, not in time. And the first pitch to Choppa is going to miss for ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch will be right down the middle for strike 1. 1-1 the count. Count is 1-1 to Champa. Going to be popped up. Off of the umpire and to the ground for strike 2. There is one out here in the top half of the fifth inning. Elena Delgado led the inning off with a 4-pitch walk. She still sits at first base. Katarina Galvan struck out. Briley Champa looking at a 1-2 count now. Lily Foyt with the delivery, swung on and hit towards the left side, and that's going to fall foul. The count will still remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sinton scored 2 runs in the top of the 4th inning, and Yoakum came back in the bottom half of the 4th to score 2 runs, and all 4 of those runs came off of 2 out, 2 RBI hits. as Natalie Tejerina got the RBI hits. That one's going to get it past the catcher, and on her way to second is Delgado. As Tejerina was with a 2-out, 2 RBI single to give the first 2 runs of the game for Sinton. And Lily Foyt with a 2-out, 2 RBI double to tie the game up in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Bryce Chapa will strike out. That'll give Lily Foyt her 7th strikeout of the game. And it'll bring up Delilah Edison up to the plate, the right fielder. On the strikeout of Chapa, Elena Delgado was able to advance to second base on a stolen base. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Count is 1-1. So the 1-1 pitch from Foyt on the way. That's going to be a chopper hit down the left side. That's going to be picked up in fair territory over to first base, and not in time. And on our way to second as nobody's at the bag. Great heads-up play by Delilah Edison. Infield hit. And then swipe second as nobody was on the bag. So with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning, Sinton has 2 runners in scoring position, with Delgado at third base and Edison at second. That'll bring up Sadie Garcia to the plate. She's looking for her first official at-bat, as her first plate appearance ended in a walk. So big opportunity for Sinton to take the lead here in the top of the 5th inning with 2 outs. Sadie Garcia at the plate, Lily Foyt in the circle. And once again, Delgado at third, Edison at second. That one will catch that outside corner for strike 1. Right underneath the kneecaps. Count is 0-1. And chopping that one back to the backstop for strike 2. And Sadie Garcia finds herself behind in the count, 0-2. This is where we'll usually see the rise ball from Lily Foyt. And strike 3 call on the outside. And that'll do it for Sinton here in the top half of the 5th inning. Lily Foyt picks up her 8th strikeout of the night. Sinton will leave 2 runners stranded in scoring position. And after 4.5 innings of play, score still remains Sinton 2, Yoakum 2. When we come back, we will see Alyssa Dominguez, Grace Nevlin, and Autumn Gomez, the first 3 to come out to bat for Yoakum. But right now, we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back with some more action right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. And welcome back to the bottom half of the fifth inning. That's Alyssa Dominguez. The shortstop will start things off for Yoakum. She's 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. Alyssa Martinez still in the circle for Sinton. And the first pitch to Dominguez is going to be up and out of the strike zone for ball one. The 1-0 pitch from Martinez will just miss. Up and away for ball two. Two and 0 the count. And that will catch just enough of the plate for strike one. 2 balls and 1 strike to Dominguez. As number 7, Grace Nevlin, the catcher, is in the on-deck circle for Yoakum. Big swing and a miss for strike 2 to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And in the hole, the second baseman, number 1, Autumn Gomez. And should we get to the 4th hitter here in the bottom half of the 5th, that'll be number 21, Joy Whitehead, the center fielder. And a big swing and a miss for strike 3. And that's strikeout number 8 for Aubrey Martinez. As the lights are on here at Lockhart Little League Sporting Complex. And Grace Nevlin will be digging into the batter's box. This will be her second plate appearance. She's 0 for 1 tonight. Popped up to the left fielder. And she'll look at the first pitch from Aubrey Martinez for strike 1. Oh, 1 on the way, swung on and popped up out of play for strike 2. Count is 0-2 to Nevlin. And that's going to be way up out of the strike zone as we get past the catcher, Salone. That'll make the count 1-0 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We are all tied up at 2 apiece. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And back-to-back strikeouts for out number 2. And strikeout number 9 for Aubrey Martinez. And with 2 outs, here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Autumn Gomez steps into the batter's box. She's 0 for 1 tonight, grounded out to the second baseman, her first plate appearance. She'll take a look at the first pitch, high for ball 1, 1-0 the count now. A 1-0 pitch on the way. That one's just missing for ball 2. Nice job by Tiana Salone trying to frame that pitch. You rarely find any catcher doing that at this level. And right down the middle for strike 1. 2-1 the count. And Salone's already shown us her strength in her arm behind the plate. As she threw a Yoakum runner out in the first inning. And the 2-1 pitch right down the middle for strike 2. Lucky 2's on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch is on the way. Catching that outside corner for strike 3. And Aubrey Martinez strikes the side out. 1-2-3. Picking up her 10th strikeout on the night. So that's going to do it for after 5 innings of play. Score still remains Sinton 2, Yoakum 2. We're going to take a quick timeout. And when we come back, we will see Jalen Gay, Madison Martinez, and Nevaeh Carranza coming up to bat for Sinton. But right now, let's take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more action right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast. And we are back for the top half of the sixth inning as number 60, Jalen Gay, digs into the batter's box. Lily Foyt still in the circle, delivering the first pitch. Up and away for ball one. Well, Jalen Gay is 0 for 1 tonight. The 1-0 pitch just missing outside for ball two. And that's going to catch that inside corner for strike one. 2-1 to count. Swing and a miss for strike two. Two and two to count. Swing and a miss for strike three. And that'll be strikeout number 9 for Lily Foyt. And that'll bring up Madison Martinez up to the plate as that one will bounce back to her for ball one with one out here in the top of the sixth inning. And the 1-0 pitch will miss for ball two. 2-0 the count. Line drive hit or ground ball hit sharply down toward the left field line. And on her way to first base is Madison Martinez with a single to left field. A sharply hit ground ball. That's going to bring up number 27, Nevaeh Carranza. She is 0 for 2 tonight. She'll dig into the batter's box with one out here in the top of the sixth inning and takes a look at the first pitch outside for ball one. And Madison Martinez at first base. Martinez was 0 for 1. She is 1 for 2 now. This one's going to be popped up. And out of play for strike one. As that one was fouled right back just over our heads. Count is 1-1. And that's going to bounce inside. And Nevaeh is going to be looking at a 2-1 count now. Once. A 2-1 pitch on the way. That's going to be a foul ball as they bounce off the bat after it hit the bat initially. So that'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A 2-2 pitch on the way from Foyt. Just missing, gets away from the catcher and on the way to second base. It's Madison Martinez. That'll make the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Carranza. And Tiana Salone in the on-deck circle, waiting her turn at the plate. 3-2 pitch on the way is going to be swung on, hit towards the shortstop, over to first. Gets past the catcher. As Carranza rounds first on the way to second. She'll get an infield hit out of that, and she'll advance to second base on the errant throw. And that'll put Martinez at third base. Madison Martinez at third base. Nevaeh Carranza at second. Tiana Salone coming up to the plate. Officially, she's 0 for 1 tonight with a walk and a run scored. She comes up to the plate with 1 out and 2 runners in scoring position. And the first pitch to Salone is going to be low for ball 1. A 1-0 to Salone will catch that outside corner for strike 1. 1-1 the count. That's going to be a ground ball hit towards the second baseman, over to first for out number 2. That'll drive in the go-ahead run for Sinton as Madison Martinez scores from third base. And Nevaeh Carranza on her way to third. On a great play by Alyssa Dominguez at shortstop for Yoakum. Excuse me. And that's going to bring up the pitcher for Sinton, Aubrey Martinez. She's 0 for 2 tonight. As Sinton now leads Yoakum 3-2 here in the top of the 6th inning with 2 outs. Count is 0-1 to Aubrey Martinez. That's going to be up and out of the strike zone for ball 1. 1-1 the count. One's going to be swung on and fouled out of play. They got 2-1 on the scoreboard. I have to check with the umpire here in a little bit. That one's going to be fouled down the right side, as that one's going to go foul. Either way, that will be 2 strikes. The count is 2-2. Donald Miller says, "Go Yoakum." Watching on our YouTube channel. Once again, a big shout out to everybody tuning in. Whether you're watching on our Facebook page or on our YouTube channel, welcome to the broadcast. Big shout out to Lockhart Little League for making this possible and allowing us to come out here and bring you all the live action for the Section 4 tournament. For all you Port Lavaca Calhoun fans, you Sinton fans, and all you Yoakum fans that are tuning in and watching tonight. That one's going to be swung on, hit towards right field, gets over the right fielder's head. That will score 1. As Carranza scores from third base, rounding second on the way to third is Martinez. So an insurance run for Sinton as Aubrey Martinez hits an RBI triple. And a ground ball hit towards the third baseman, off the glove, over to first. And not in time as another run across the plate as Natalie Tejeria will reach first base, beating the throw out. And Aubrey Martinez will score from third. And Jada Castro, the third baseman, will be digging into the batter's box. She's 0 for 2 tonight, she's 0 for 1. Reached base on an error and flew out to the shortstop. That one's going to get past the catcher, and on the way to second is Tejeria as she rounds second. So after scoring 4 runs in the top of the 4th inning, Sinton goes scoreless in the top of the 5th. And here in the top of the 6th inning, they've broken it open and has scored 3 runs, 2 of them on 2 outs. As we have a meeting in the circle. As Grace Nevlin goes out there to talk to her pitcher, Lily Foyt. Foyt has 9 strikeouts on the night. As Jada Castro will get back into the batter's box. Ahead in the count, 1-0. Once again, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. That's going to miss outside for ball 2. That one's going to be swung on and fouled back to the backstop for strike 1. There was no games being played right there. Strike, a fastball right down the middle. So 2-1 pitch on the way. Off the fist towards right field, charging in. And making a beautiful diving catch in right field to end the top half of the 6th inning. It's Lexi Herrera laying out to bring that one in. And to end the inning for Sinton at the plate, but not before they score 3 runs and take the lead 5-2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. When Yoakum comes up to bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning, we'll have Joy Whitehead, Macy Rogers, and Nayeli Waldron, the first 3 to come up to bat. And right now we'll take a quick timeout and we'll be right back with some more action right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. And we are back as Joy Whitehead will lead things off for Yoakum. This is her second plate appearance. She's 0 for 1 tonight. The center fielder for Yoakum. Aubrey Martinez still in the circle. And the first pitch to Whitehead is going to be up and out of the strike zone for ball one. Aubrey Martinez has 10 strikeouts on the night. As the Yoakum All-Stars trail 5-2 after Sinton put 3 runs on the board in the top of the 6th inning. That's going to be right in there for strike one. And ground ball hit towards the second baseman, backhanded. Unable to field it cleanly, though, as Joy Whitehead will reach on an error. Yeah, Novea Carranza having a hard time scooping that one up. Great attempt, though. But that puts the leadoff batter, Joy Whitehead, at first base, reaching on an error. That'll bring up Macy Rogers up to the plate, number 6. She's 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout back in the 3rd inning. Here she is for her second plate appearance. That'll put Nayeli Waldron in the on-deck circle for Yoakum. Show and bunt. Didn't pull back in time, and I call strike one on Rogers. Oh and 1 count. That's going to be up and out of the strike zone for ball one. 1-1 to count now. And once again, this score stays away. Sinton will win Section 4. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And we'll be advancing to the state tournament in El Campo, Texas. Should Yoakum pull this one out, we will be back again here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That'll be the second strikeout of the night for Rogers. And the 11th strikeout of the night for Aubrey Martinez. That'll bring up Nayeli Waldron. She's 0 for 1 also. She struck out to end the 3rd inning. There's a 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. That one's going to be up and away for ball 1. Yoakum does have a runner on the base paths. That's Joy Whitehead, reached on an error. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1-1 to count to Nayeli. Veronica Sluka says, go, Macy. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. And Becky Martinez on Facebook says, go, girls. Count is 1-2 to Nayeli Waldron, the left or the 3rd baseman. That's going to be up and out of the strike zone for ball 2. That will even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. And back-to-back strikeouts for 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. And strikeout number 12 for Aubrey Martinez. Heather Ward says, go Yoakum on our Facebook page. Thank y'all for tuning in and watching. Thank y'all for commenting. Send in your shout-outs. Let me know where you're watching tonight's broadcast. Right here on the Lions Prize Sports broadcast of Section 4 Championship Series between Sinton and Yoakum. Emery says, go Sinton. And that'll bring up Miley Husted up to the plate. Looking for her first official at-bat. She walked her first plate appearance and scored. And here she is for her second plate appearance. She looks at the first pitch for strike 1. Star Blasky in the on-deck circle for Yoakum. And then we'll be right back to the top of the lineup. That's going to be up and in for ball 1. 1-1 to count with 2 outs. Joy Whitehead led the inning off, reaching first on an error on a great effort play by the second baseman, Novea Carranza. And that one's going to catch just enough of the plate for strike two. 1 and 2 to count. Runner goes on the way to second and unable to hang on to it as Whitehead continues to keep running all the way to third base. But nothing doing as that one's going to be called strike 3 to end the inning. 3 strikeouts in a row. And that's going to be strikeout number 13 for Aubrey Martinez. So after 6 innings of play, Sinton 5, Yoakum 2 as we head to the top of the 7th inning. We will see number 10, Elena Delgado, 14, Katrina Galvan, and number 3, Briley Chapa coming up to the plate. But right now, we'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with more action right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. And we are back for the top of the 7th and final inning of play as Sinton will be looking to try and add some more insurance run as they lead 5-2 going into the final inning. What a night for the pitchers between Lily Foyt and Aubrey Martinez. Lily Foyt has 9 strikeouts to this point. Aubrey Martinez with 13. Combined, these two ladies have 22 strikeouts on the night. Great performances inside the circle for both pitchers. Hats off to both of them. As we will see Elena Delgado. She's 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. Squares around the bunt, bunts it back. Foul for strike 1. Got a couple of shot outs. Emery says, go Sinton. Alicia, I hope I said it correctly, Eggemeyer. Listening from Louisiana, great job, Yoakum. Love you, Emerson. Kimberly Ramirez says, let's go Sinton Aubrey. That one's going to be off the end of the bat. Foul for strike 2. And Mel 3, way to go, Sinton. Sinton proud. And Gracie Tejerina, go Sinton. And that's all on our YouTube channel. So thank you for tuning in and watching tonight's Lions Pride Sports broadcast of the Section 4 Tournament Championship Series between Sinton and Yoakum. The 0-2 pitch will miss high for ball 1. As right now, Sinton is up 5-2 in the 7th and final inning. And once again, should Sinton win this contest tonight, there will be no game Saturday tomorrow night, as Sinton will advance to the state round in El Campo next week. That's going to miss outside for ball 2. Hopefully that takes place. Of course, we got that terrible hurricane that's going to be coming in. Hopefully that won't affect the tournament as much. Count is 2-2. That one's going to be up out of the strike zone for ball 3. That'll make the count full to Elena Delgado. Catarina Galvan in the on-deck circle, and Briley Chapa in the hole. Full count pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. And Lily Foyt will start this inning off with a strikeout. That'll be her 10th strikeout of the night. That's going to bring up Catarina Galvan up to the plate. She's 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded out to the second baseman and struck out back in the 5th. And here she is for her third plate appearance. And she'll take a swing at that one just over the second baseman's head. And she'll get a single to right center field. We are at 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. That's going to bring up Briley Chapa up to the plate. She's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And Mel 3, thank you for going live. It's my honor to go live. It's a pleasure to bring y'all live action for all you that cannot make it to tonight's contest. And Teresa Chavez, shout out Miley Husted, Yoakum from Lubbock, Texas. And swing and a miss as the ball gets past the catcher for strike 1. And on her way to second, safely, will be Katarina Galvan. And the count is 0-1 to Briley Chapa. That'll put Delilah Edison in the on-deck circle for Sinton. And only 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. And that's going to catch that outside corner for strike 2. So Chapa is going to be looking at an 0-2 count. Oh, 0-2 pitch on the way from Foyt. That's going to be a drop third strike over to first base in time for out number 2. And Katarina Galvan is going to be able to advance over to third base on the throw down to first. That's going to be 11 strikeouts for Lily Foyt. And they will. Well, I thought they were going to intentionally walk the batter, Delilah Edison, but she goes over to the first base coach to talk to him. Get some instruction as timeout is called by the catcher behind the plate. As we are in the middle of a timeout, and once again, the winner of tonight's contest. Be different scenarios. Sinton with the win tonight will finish the Section 4 tournament 3-0 and advance to represent Section 4 in the state tournament next week in El Campo. Well, if Yoakum comes back and steals this one away from Sinton, we will be back here again tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And you'll be able to catch all that live action right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Unfortunately, should this state tournament is going to take place in El Campo, we will not be able to make it out there. So hopefully there'll be somebody out there that will be streaming this game. So whether it's a Yoakum or Sinton in the state tournament, you'll be able to get an opportunity to see that live as it takes place. But regardless how this game ends tonight or tomorrow, it's been my pleasure to bring you all the live action, not only for the District 31 championship game between Lockhart and Yoakum, but throughout the Section 4 tournament, with the exception of Game 2, where I found myself a little bit sick, got a little bit dehydrated after cutting my yard early in the daytime. But I was happy to get myself healed up, and be back to cover the live action to finish out the rest of this section tournament. And it is a hot one out there as Grace Nevlin took a little bit of some time out and to go get her something to drink and freshen up. And it was great that the umpiring crew allowed that to happen. It is a hot one. And these are youngsters, and they need to be taken care of. So great job by the umpiring crew to allow that to happen. As we get back to action, Delilah Edison at the plate. Sends a line drive foul ball back to the backstop for strike 1. And Katarina Galvan at third base. She reached on a single to right center field. Stole second. And advanced over to third on the throw to first base. Or the strikeout, excuse me. The drop third strike, and that was going to be a swing and a miss for strike two. There is 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Sinton leading by 3, looking to get Galvan to cross the plate for an insurance run. The 0-2 pitch, and that's going to catch enough of the inside corner, and Edison will strike out looking. And that'll be the 3rd strikeout of the inning, and the 12th strikeout on the night for Lily Foyt. After 6.5 innings of play, Sinton still leads by 3, 5-2 as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Yoakum All-Stars are down to their final 3 outs of the night. We will see Star Blatsky before heading off to the top of the lineup with Arian Brown, Emerson Winsky. And should we get to the 4th hitter and the bottom of the 7th, that'll be Lily Foyt. But right now, let's take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with more action right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Amanda Rodriguez on our YouTube channel says, let's go Sinton, just 3 more for the big W. As with the throw down to second base by Salone, it's time to get back into action once again as we are at the bottom of the 7th inning. I got Heather Ward says, go Yoakum. Nolana Ortiz, watch it from Orange Grove. Let's go Sinton. Monica Salois. Go Yoakum, watch it from Katie. And Brandy Harrington says, way to hold them as Yoakum is down to their final 3 strikeouts. Coming up to bat first is number 14, Star Blatsky. Carol Collins says, let's go Sinton. Watching on our Facebook page. As the bottom half of the 7th inning, we'll start off with the ball 1 count to Star Blatsky. And that's going to catch that outside corner for strike 1. Well, a great job framing the pitch by Salone. You could tell she's going to be an excellent catcher when she moves up to the high school level. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. Star Blatsky is 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. Aubrey Martinez has 13 strikeouts on the night as Lily Foyt has 12. 25 strikeouts combined by the 2 pitchers. That is just amazing right there. 2-2 to count. And right down the middle for strike 3. And strikeout number 14 for Aubrey Martinez. And that's going to take us to the top of the lineup with number 9, Arian Brown. She reached on an error back in the first base and was caught stealing. Walked in the 4th and scored. So she's looking for a first official at bat. And the first pitch will be up and away for ball 1. As Emerson Winsky, the left fielder, is in the on-deck circle. Well hit ball into left field. Rounding first on the way to second will be Brown with a double. And that'll bring up Emerson Winsky with 1 out here at the bottom of the 7th inning. Winsky is 0 for 2 tonight with 2 strikeouts. As we'll have a timeout as they will go out to the circle to talk to Aubrey Martinez. What an amazing night inside the circle for both pitchers. Aubrey Martinez for Sinton, already at 14 strikeouts. And Lily Foyt with 12. And Yoakum is down to their final 2 outs. They will need 3 runs to keep this game going into the 8th inning, 4 to end it. Star Blasky led the inning off, striking out for out number 1, Arian Brown. Single or double to left center field. She is at second base right now. Emerson Winsky at the plate. Once again, she's 0 for 2. Martinez with the delivery, catching that outside corner for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Swung on off the end of the bat towards the shortstop. Unable to field it cleanly. Safe at first, over to third. And safe at third base is Brown. Emerson Winsky legging out an infield hit. And Yoakum has 2 runners on the base pads with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Arian Brown at third base, Emerson Winsky at first, and that puts Lily Foyt at the plate. She's 1 for 1 with a walk, a stolen base, and a triple, but was left stranded at third base back in the bottom half of the 4th inning. She comes up to bat. So Lily Foyt will dig into the batter's box. Now this is probably going to be the biggest battle of the night between Foyt and Martinez. And the first pitch to Foyt will be up and away for ball 1. Another nice attempt by Salone to frame that one. A 1-0 pitch on the way, swung on a miss, or swing and a miss for strike 1. Count is 1-1 with 1 out. Yoakum down to the final 2 outs, but fighting to the very end. That's going to get away from the catcher, Salone, and on her way to second base will be Winsky. That'll make the count 2 balls and 1 strike. The tying run is at the plate with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That's going to miss outside for ball 3. Chris says, let's go Sinton. Way to go, Aubrey. Mercedes Robles. Let's go, Aubrey from Mercedes. Let's go Maddie from Mercedes. And let's go Tiana from Mercedes. And that's going to miss for ball 4, and that's going to load the bases up. As Gracie Tejerina says, great job, Aubrey. Mel 3, great job, Aubrey and T. And that's going to bring up Lexi Herrera. She's 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded out to the pitcher and struck out. She steps into the batter's box on the biggest opportunity here tonight with a tying run at third base and the winning run at the plate. That's Coach Rogers. Talking to his batter. Landon McNabb says just 2 more outs. Right now, bases are loaded. Brown at third, Winsky at second, Foyt at first. Swinging on the first pitch, fouling it right over our head. Out of play for strike 1. Once again, Lexi Herrera at the plate. The never quit attitude of the Yoakum All-Stars in full effect right now. That one's going to be a ground ball. Hit foul down the left side for strike 2. And Auburn Martinez finds herself in a dominant position ahead in the count 0-2. Aubrey Martinez with 14 strikeouts on the night. That one's going to be popped up. Catcher giving chase and unable to hang on to it is Salone. Count will still remain 0-2. Made the catch, but after the ball bounced off the fence, so that's an automatic foul ball right there. But gotta love the effort by Salone. I'm telling you, she's going to be a force to be reckoned with when she moves into the high school level. Got all the makings of a great catcher. As well as a lot of these young ladies on both sides of the field. Tell you what, both Sinton Lady Pirates softball and Lady Bulldog softball is going to be very pleased with the talent they got coming up for the next couple of years. Count is 1-2 to Lexi Herrera. Bases loaded. That's missing outside for ball 2. That'll even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Arian Brown at third base. Emerson Winsky at second. Lily Foyt at first. Lexi Herrera in the batter's box looking at a 2-2 count. The tying run is at first base. The go-ahead run, the winning run is at home. That one's going to be popped up towards right field. The second baseman unable to come up with it. 1 run across the plate. And that is it. As Brown will cross the plate. Emerson Winsky over to third base. Lily Foyt to first. And Lexi Herrera will reach on an error. As Yoakum is only down by 2 now. As timeout is being called. As I believe there's a challenge to be made saying that the ball was dropped on the transfer. And the home plate umpire says no, it wasn't, as the bases still remain full for Yoakum. The winning run is at first base now. As Emerson Winsky goes to third, Lily Foyt to second, Herrera at first reaching on an error, and that'll bring up Alyssa Dominguez. She's 0 for 2 tonight with 2 strikeouts. And that puts Grace Nevlin, the catcher, in the on-deck circle. And the first pitch is going to miss outside for ball 1. So 1-0. That's going to miss high for ball 2 to Dominguez. A 2-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 1. That's going to be in there for strike 2 to even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another shout out on our Facebook page by Brandy Harrington. Yay, Arian. Way to fight Yoakum. Still a lot of fight left in them with only one out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bases loaded. 2-2 count to Dominguez. Swinging a miss for strike 3. And that'll be the 15th strikeout of the night for Aubrey Martinez. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Grace Nevlin, the catcher, she is 0 for 2 tonight. Digs into the batter's box. The winning run is at first base. The tying run at second. Emerson Winsky at third. Foyt at second. And Herrera at first. And Grace Nevlin at the plate. Looks at the first pitch for strike 1 down the middle. That one's going to be well hit into right center field. That gets to the fence. The tying run is coming around, scoring the winning run on its way to the plate. And this game is over. And Yoakum takes it to a game eliminating championship tomorrow night at 7 p.m. right back here at Lockhart. As Grace Nevlin comes up with a big hit, a 3 RBI hit. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Yoakum will steal one from Sinton and win 6-5. Congratulations to Yoakum. Hats off to Sinton. We got one more game, and that's going to be tomorrow night at 7 p.m. right here at Lockhart Little League Sporting Complex. As Yoakum stuns Sinton and wins 6-5 on the game-winning hit by Grace Nevlin. Want to thank everybody for tuning in, and before we go, we do have the play of the game. Actually, it's going to be 2 plays of the game. We'll take you to the first play of the game right now, as this was a beautiful dive and catch by the right fielder. Back in the top of the 6th inning, a beautiful dive and catch by the right fielder, Lexi Herrera. And for our second play of the game, here it is, the game-winning hit to right center field. And Lexi Herrera is the one that scores the game-winning run as she crosses the plate right now. So congratulations to Yoakum. And we will be back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for the Elimination Championship game between Yoakum and Sinton to see who will be advancing to the state round in El Campo, Texas next week. But tonight, that is it. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching tonight's broadcast. Once again, we'll be back on at the same link on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page for tomorrow night's action right here in Lockhart, Texas. And like I always say when I close every broadcast, you can take the line out of Lockhart, but you can never take the